I tested the new Footjoy Premier Series for 3 rounds of golf. Here's what I like and here's what I didn't expect to dislike. By the end of this video, you'll know whether or not you need to be investing in a pair of these for the upcoming season, whether you should be buying up the old stock of the Premier Series, or whether you should be looking at a different shoe altogether within the traditional golf shoe category. In this video, I'll be covering comfort, grip, sizing, stability, what they like to play in, and more. Oh, and make sure you're sticking around till a little bit later in this video where I'll be highlighting some aspects of this golf shoe that you're probably not going to hear in any other review. Let's start with the look. I absolutely love how these golf shoes look. I just love a traditionally styled golf shoe. It's just everything I want my golf shoes to look like. I think they nailed it with the looks of this shoe. Materials wise, nothing has changed with the upper compared to the previous Premier Series model. You still have the hand selected full grain premium leather upper, which is beautiful. One of the more luxurious feeling uppers on the market. Now, one little nugget that you might not hear elsewhere is that they actually made the laces longer on this model compared to the previous model shoe. I kind of like the short laces. I kind of like having a very small knot with very minimal bits coming off of it. However, they have made them a little bit longer, so if you were crying out for that, then you should be pleased to hear that you got longer laces in this shoe. Now, these shoes are available in a number of different colorways, the pair with the blue midsole being a personal favorite alongside these ones here, and we are set to receive a number of special edition colorways throughout this year, so do stay tuned for those. Now, as we all know, looks is not everything. We still do need this golf shoe to be comfortable and for it to be able to perform throughout your golf swing. Now, Footjoy have made a couple of key upgrades in the comfort department with this brand new pair of Premier Series. You've got some additional padding around the collar inside the shoe. You've got some enhanced padding on the underside of the tongue there as well as this channel that runs through. And that's paired with these straps that you can see on the inside here to keep that tongue in place throughout the time that these shoes are on your feet. As well as that, they've also made the midsole here 10% lighter. And although I haven't had this 100% confirmed, I'm pretty sure the toe box area here, width of the shoe is slightly wider compared to the previous model, just allowing your feet to just spread ever so slightly more while inside the shoe. Again, aiding your comfort. So, did all those upgrades actually make the golf shoe more comfortable to wear while you're out there on the golf course? The answer is yes and no. I could tell the shoe felt lighter on my foot. It doesn't feel like a noticeable number, 10%, but it definitely felt a little lighter while walking, which is a positive. Another positive being the additional room in the toe area. It does feel nice to be able to have those toes spread out within the shoe. And then lastly, on the positive front, the extra padding, especially around the collar, is really nice compared to the previous model. And the padding on the tongue paired with the straps around the shoe really do give your foot a very locked in feel while wearing these shoes. As soon as you do those laces up, you do really feel a hugging around the middle of your foot, which felt very nice indeed. But out on the golf course though, things changed. I've been a Premier Series wearer forever. I mean, they're probably my most worn pair of shoes over the last few years. Last 5 years, I've worn all the models from Tarlows to Fields to Packards to Flints, the lot. I've worn all of them and I've never really had a blister issue or even rubbing for that matter. However, I did with these and that surprised me. Now, not the blisters, but the rubbing. Now, first time out wearing these, I did notice some discomfort in both heels, but it didn't turn into blisters. Just a little bit of redness and soreness. It's almost like it got to a level of discomfort and then held there without getting any worse. I wasn't in any agony. It definitely didn't feel like I needed to take the shoes off. It was just there. And it kind of happened again during the second time wearing them and then a little bit for the start of the third before it sort of started to ease slightly. I reckon the next time I wear these, I don't expect to have any issues at all, but I just thought I would flag that for the purpose of the video. No full-blown blisters, no blood, no nothing like that, just a little bit of discomfort in the heel. Now, I do have a theory as to why this might be. Now, because we do have the additional padding going on in this shoe around the collar and the tongue compared to the previous model, I believe that's taking up a little bit more of the volume in this ankle heel area, not quite giving my foot the space that my foot feels like it needs, and so therefore just potentially being the reason why I experienced a little bit of discomfort in my heel on both sides. Sometimes with blisters, for me, with some pairs of shoes, I get them on one foot and I don't get them on the other foot. Because this felt quite spread out across both feet, I think it could be slightly down to the additional padding, just taking up that volume in the shoe that my foot may well need. Now let's move on to grip, a key aspect of any golf shoe review. Can confirm absolutely no slipping in the time that I wore these shoes. No issue with that whatsoever. Now, Footjoy have updated the outsole on this shoe compared to the previous model. This is the Arc Trax outsole. We did have the Versa Trax on the previous Premier Series model, and Footjoy is saying there's up to 30% more grip in these shoes compared to the previous model. Now, there is one area on the shoe that does get a big bump in grip, and it is this toe box area up here. You've got these additional nubbins here, and these were created off the back of feedback from the tour players saying that they're just requiring a little extra grip in that area to stop their feet slipping throughout the golf swing. Always cool when we're told about feedback from tour and how that goes into the development of new product with these brands. And Footjoy do rely heavily on their tour staff for feedback when it comes to the development of new pieces of footwear. And yeah, one of those key parts of that feedback, definitely the toe area in this shoe. And having 30% more traction, I'm not going to complain about 30% more traction. Did I feel like I had 30% more traction in the shoe compared to the previous model? Not quite, but I feel assured knowing that it's there. Now we are going to get onto performance on the golf course after we talk sizing. Now, sizing wise, I think going with your true to size in Footjoy is the way forward. Now, sizing wise for me is always a bit awkward. I wear a size 9 in Footjoy, I wear a size 9.5 in Painter, I wear a size 10 in Adidas, 10 in Nike. So you could say that maybe my Adidas and Nike size is my true to size and that I go a whole size down in these. But yeah, take that information and do with it what you want. I always wear 9s in Footjoy. I think even with how the sort of the heel discomfort area went in these shoes and the little bit of volume that I've lost in them, I still don't feel like I would need to go up to a size 9.5 in these. I feel like if I did that, I would have so much room in the toe box area and I'd sort of lose the ability for my feet to properly fill out this section. So for me, going with my true to Footjoy size is where I would go with these. Again, if you can, try on a pair of these before buying them and you haven't experienced Footjoy before, Premier Series before, do that. Footjoy also offer a very cool shoe fitting service. You can reach out to Footjoy and they'll point you in the right direction of how to get booked in for one of those. I know the guys personally, they do a fantastic job with the shoe fittings. And if you haven't worn Footjoy before, or you just want to experience it, definitely worth checking that out. Let's talk performance. I love playing golf in a pair of Premier Series. It's the reason why they've probably been my most worn shoe potentially ever since starting this page. And before then, the classic style shoe from Footjoy. Icons, classics, now Premier Series. They're just my favorite golf shoes to play in. Now we have a big misconception, I think, in the world of golf at the minute with our shoes is that in order for a golf shoe to be good, it needs to be comfortable underfoot. And I could not disagree more with that statement. Stability is what I look for from a performance golf shoe, and these are a performance golf shoe. Designed to help you play better golf. Not designed to provide you with the most cushioning underfoot as you walk the golf course. They are designed to help you play better golf. And this new model continues that with the Premier Series. You have this super stable base in which to swing. Your feet aren't going to be rolling out on the swing. You're going to stay really planted to the ground, being able to use the ground as you need to in your golf swing. For me, that's the reason why I absolutely love playing in these shoes. And if I've got a big event, I've got a medal, I've got a knockout match, whatever it might be, Premier Series is what I'm looking to first when it comes to what shoes I'm going to wear for that round of golf. I want a performance piece of footwear. Yes, underfoot cushioning might not be ideal. My feet might hurt a teeny bit by the end of the round, but for me, it's worth it when it comes to the performance that I'm going to gain while wearing these shoes, the stability that I'm going to have while wearing these shoes. For me, that all adds up to the reason why I choose these over a more cushioned, softer underfoot pair of golf shoes. Now on Footjoy's website, they are £200 here in the UK, which is a slight jump from the previous Premier Series, but only about a £10 jump here in the UK from the Packard LX of last year. Considering the tech in the shoe, considering the build quality of the shoe, the materials that they've chosen, I feel like at £200, they're pretty fairly priced. Based on last year's pricing, I was expecting to have these come in at about the £220 mark. Footjoy don't get any ideas. So, I mean, if you can say that £200 feels like value, that sounds weird to say, but I did expect these to be a little bit more expensive. And at £200 for what you get, I do feel like these are pretty well priced. So after all of that, would I recommend picking up a pair of the brand new Premier Series 2026, or should you pick up a pair of the previous model, or should you stay clear altogether? Just never gonna say stay clear altogether. I just love these shoes too much. I'd get these. If you found the previous model comfortable and you don't wanna stretch the budget, then do consider still picking up a pair of the previous model if you can still find them at a good price. But for me, I think with the upgrades that we've gotten on this shoe, traction, comfort, I do think that there's enough of an upgrade to warrant getting these. Again, if the budget doesn't stretch to it, then the old model, great shoe, absolutely fantastic shoe, do pick up those. But if you can go to the £200 mark, then I think you are gonna see the benefits of this shoe. As performance footwear goes, doesn't get much better than these. But if you are in the market for a more comfortable pair of golf shoes, check out that video over there, and I'll see you again on another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching.